this really quick. I see a lot of idiots in WWE's YouTube comment section expecting a big, fucking huge surprise at Survivor Series. I think they genuinely believe this show is gonna be awesome. I think they do. And you look at the card and you look at the names involved and you know they're great performers. There are a lot of great performers like Undisputed Era, a lot of guys from NXT. You look at it on paper and the first thing that pops in your mind is this is gonna be fucking awesome. On paper, it looks awesome. But consistently, WWE and Vince McMahon has left us all down, time and time again. Especially with Survivor Series. And if anybody thinks anything positive will come after Survivor Series, let me remind you about the Dolph Ziggler story. Sole Survivor, the night Sting debuted in WWE, Sole Survivor. And you think that would help Ziggler, right? Nope. Nope. Nothing comes good out of Survivor Series. Sole Survivor, sure, he'll look strong for a night, just like Ziggler did back in 2015, 2014, when he was a Sole Survivor. Team Cena versus Team Authority. Does anyone remember? Does anyone remember after Survivor Series went off air and everyone thought Dolph Ziggler was going to get this huge, massive push because he was the Sole Survivor? Nope. What about last year's Survivor Series? Did anything come out of that? Did any particular creative storyline come out of that? Did anything good come out of it? No. WWE Raw and SmackDown just went back to normal. Sucking. And when I see people still expecting the 2019 Survivor Series to be good and they think things will come after it, people need to be reminded that nothing in the past 10 years came anything good out of Survivor Series. Nothing. Nothing at all. And it doesn't matter that Team NXT is involved this year. It doesn't. Because I think majority of us know why. And we all know if AEW wasn't a thing right now, first of all, NXT wouldn't be on TV, national television. It would still be on the network. NXT wouldn't be involved at all with WWE main roster. At all. Maybe when someone gets called up. But we all know this is just because AEW is on television. And I think majority of people that actually have been watching wrestling for longer than 6 months knows this. And I think WWE doesn't think we know. We know. We know why. And genuinely, I look at the card for Survivor Series, and I ask myself, genuinely, I ask myself, what the fuck good will come out of this? If WWE Raw loses, everyone in Raw looks like they're fucking dumbasses. Survivor Series is just a fucking worthless pay-per-view. A worthless money grab. Nothing comes out of Survivor Series. Absolutely nothing. And if one person can tell me one thing that came out of Survivor Series that led to WrestleMania, or led to another pay-per-view, and actually delivered something decent after Survivor Series, I'll say I'm wrong. But I've been watching WWE for 15 years. And nothing, not one time, have I seen Survivor Series, or the aftermath of Survivor Series, be anything good. Anything. I'm going to give you a prediction right now. Survivor Series 2019 will be a fucking directionless mess. A directionless mess. 15 woman fucking elimination tag team matches. I don't know about you, but the 10-man elimination match, the 5-on-5 elimination match was already directionless, already sucked, and they think adding another 5 people to each brand's tag team Survivor Series match is going to be good. It looks directionless. Every time I see a Survivor Series match, people are just jumping around fucking... It just looks like... You look at these wrestlers in these Survivor Series matches, and they look directionless. They look like they're running around pointlessly. They look like they're confused. Every single one of them. And it's hard to blame them, because if I was one of these men in these matches, I would be like, what the fuck? This is stupid. One night a year when Raw, SmackDown collide, it's a hunk of bullshit. It's a hunk of bullshit. Survivor Series needs to be stopped. It needs to be cut from the pay-per-view list, because nothing comes out of this. Not one good thing will come out of Survivor Series. There might be a good match, but that's about it. That's all you can take out of Survivor Series. There won't be any feuds that start at Survivor Series. There won't be any of that. No. And one of these NXT guys will, when they get called up, they won't try to entangle Survivor Series 2019 in that storyline. No, nothing is gonna come out of this, and I think everybody knows this. That it's just a cheap pop, if you can imagine it. Survivor Series will not lead to anything. Survivor Series, or what comes after Survivor Series, will be nothing. It's just a pointless, money-grabbing pay-per-view. That's it. Hey, you want to see wrestling with no story? Here you go. It's stupid. And let me explain to you why I know for a fact nothing good will come out of this. Because for 5 weeks in a row, NXT invades SmackDown and Raw. Raw invades SmackDown and NXT. SmackDown invades Raw and NXT. It's just an invasion. That's it. Week after week for 5 weeks in a row, everyone's attacking everybody on every variant. That's it. It's lazy. It's pointless. There's no story. It's just an invasion. They're just recycling, and recycling over and over and over again, because they don't want to use actual mental thoughts to actually logically build a good fucking story. They are lazy. NXT is the best WWE product on television right now, and NXT right now isn't even that good, and I don't give a fuck. I don't even give a fuck what you say. It's pointless. It's directionless. It sucks. Get over it. This whole build to Survivor Series is just the same fucking thing. The only difference we had, the only thing that actually could lead to anything, is when Triple H talked to Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens, and that sucked. It's literally recycled fucking feuds, recycled content. It's all it is. We've seen the same thing for 20 years with Survivor Series, or however long it's been. Invasion angle, after invasion angle, after invasion angle. It sucks. It sucks. WWE fucking sucks. I genuinely believe the past 10 years they've been setting up WWE, or Vince has been setting up this brand to be sold to Disney. Because each and every single fucking night we watch it, it reminds me of Disney on Ice, man. It is just blatantly for kids. And that makes no sense. Because majority of people who watch wrestling aren't kids. They're tweens, they're teenagers, they're young adults. That's a statistic fact here, right? More young adults around my age watch WWE more than fucking 7-year-olds. And sure, 7-year-olds and, 10-year-olds and 13-year-olds are more prone to believe what actually they see in TV, and they're more prone to believe that it's actually good television. Because they haven't seen this shit before. Like when I was a kid, and when I first watched wrestling, I thought it was the fucking shit, because I never saw anything like it. But once you've been watching for 10 years, and you see the same story getting told each and every single fucking feud. They recycle content. They recycle storylines. That's all it is. I cannot tell you one singular original storyline I've seen in WWE television in the past 8 fucking years. Or maybe even longer. I cannot tell you one original storyline. Matter of fact, the most original fucking storyline I've seen, and it's not even that original, is the fucking Bobby Lashley and Rusev storyline. I genuinely want to ask, does anybody above the age of 16 give a single fuck about Bobby Lashley or Rusev? And when we did care about Rusev, when he was doing that whole shtick with the Rusev Day, why didn't they use him like he is now throwing that? Because they're fucking retards. They wait till the characters all die down and nobody gives a fuck about. They wait until nobody cares to use them. Because they wanna make a joke out of each and every single one of their performers. They wanna make a joke out of their product, and they don't even think they're making a joke out of it. Nope. There is no entangled storylines anymore. There is no fucking Easter eggs in wrestling. There's no hints. It's just off the top of your head booking. It's on the fly booking. There isn't a longevity anymore. There isn't longevity to a storyline. It's, for the biggest storyline I've seen lasted 4 months. That's it. There's no year-long storyline where it just continues to build and build and build and build until they have this big blow-off feud at WrestleMania. There is none of that. It's on-the-fly booking, and that is what's going to kill this business faster and faster and faster. And I don't give a fuck what you say about WWE getting more money than it ever did before. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why they're getting more money? Because instead of selling $50 pay-per-views, which only fucking 1,000 people will buy, they have a network for $9.99. Of course everybody's going to buy that. Of course everyone's going to pay the $9.99 a month. Because it's cheaper than a $50 fucking pay-per-view. Oh, WWE is more successful now than ever been. They're making more money. Vince McMahon's making more money than ever. Even the Attitude Era. They didn't make as much money as this era. This era was better. Bullshit. I'm glad you fill your pockets with all that money. I'm super glad. But when you're doing that, and you continue to do the shit you're doing, you're just leaving us real fans in the dark. That's it. And if Vince McMahon can't see, and if Vince McMahon can't understand, if he were to put a little more brain power behind each and every single one of the storylines, and he would stop on the fly booking, and he would have a little longevity to feuds, and can you imagine? Can anyone imagine how much money they would pull right now in 2019 if we had another boom attitude era in 2019? They would be tripling, quadrupling the money they already have this year. And they're just comfortable with where they're at. That's it. But they could quadruple their fucking money. They could quadruple their fucking money they're making right now if they were just to use their fucking heads. And it doesn't take a rocket science to figure it out. Of course they're going to get paid more in 2019. Of course they are. Because everything's worth more when they go on and on and on and on. The older you get, the more profit you have. That is it. WWE isn't making more money now than ever before because they actually are putting on good shows. They're making more money now than ever before because they've been around the longest. That's it. This fucking Survivor Series 2019 is a joke. It is doing nothing for anybody, and nothing good will come after it. Nothing at all, actually, will come after it. We're just going to pretend it never even happened afterwards. That's it. That's it. Nothing happens after Survivor Series. We just pretend it never happened, and we move on to the next pay-per-view, which I think is going to be TLC. I believe that's the next pay-per-view. And we all know what we're going to see at we all know what we're going to see at TLC. We're going to see Bobby Lashley versus fucking Rusev. And I swear to God, if they don't put fucking Lana on a pole, it's dead. The feud's dead, and I'm being serious. The only thing that would make me intrigued enough to watch Bobby Lashley versus Rusev if they have a Lana on the pole match. That is it. That's the only way you're gonna intrigue my interest with this fucking shit storyline. Remember how I said recycled? How many love storylines is there gonna be in WWE? I'm sorry, but I like when I said it's Disney on Ice, it's Disney on Ice. And I genuinely believe Vince McMahon isn't this dumb. I think that he's setting up this fucking company to be sold to Disney. Because it's shit. It is shit. And you can tell by the way of my voice, I want WWE to be good, man. Because I genuinely have a passion for wrestling. And when I watch these shows, it sucks each ounce of passion out of me. It makes me think back to my childhood, and it makes my stomach twist. And it sucks. I am so frustrated with what I see on a weekly basis on WWE product that I just want to fucking wrap my hands around whoever made the decisions they are fucking making the past 7 years they've been around, and just squeeze the fucking life out of them. Because I know they could be doing better. They have the money. They have the media. They have everything wrapped around their finger. They have everything handed to them on a silver platter to do great things. To make original content. To make things boom again. And they don't want to do it because they're lazy. And they don't want to risk it. Because they're making more money than they ever did before. Like I said, if you were just to put a little more effort in actual original storylines, you can quadruple the profits. You have the eyes, you have the viewers. If you were to put on an actual good fucking wrestling show for once, we could be facing 20 million viewers. Again. And whoever said last week when SmackDown was on Fox Sports 1, and they blame it because they blame that over under it was under 1 million viewers on television on the ratings on Fox Sports 1. Whoever uses that as an excuse is a fucking dumb fuck. Whoever uses the World Series is a dumb fuck. And for Vince McMahon to come out and say, "Oh, of course the ratings are going to drop because it's the World Series week," and then 3 months later, after World Series, when WrestleMania is coming up, they show their charts. Number 1, NFL Super Bowl. Number 2, Olympic Games. Number 3, WrestleMania. And number 4, fucking World Series. They say, oh, our ratings are going to drop because of the World Series, and then come WrestleMania season, they're going to pretend like fucking wrestling's more popular than baseball? This show, this company, the management that runs this company, are some of the fucking dumbest fucking people I have ever fucking seen in my life. If WWE was just a fucking little bit of what it was 20, 15 years ago, I promise you, I swear on my life, they would be quadrupling the money they are already making the past 10 years. If they were to just sprinkle a little bit more of the Attitude Era in there. We see it already. NWA Power. That shit, if WWE were just to sprinkle a little bit more of NWA Power into their TV product, I promise, and I swear on my life, they would quadruple whatever profits they're making right now. If they were to add a little bit of what AEW doing and the consistency AEW has in their product, they would be quadrupling their product, their profits. And I guarantee you, there will be a day in the U.S. history where AEW makes more money in one singular year than WWE ever did. I promise you that. There will be a time where AEW will make more money off AEW than WWE did the entire year. I promise you there will be a year. If they continue going down the road they are. They are killing their product each and every single week. And they don't even realize it. I don't know how you can go from 20 million concurrent viewers 10 years ago to almost 20 or 19 million less viewers now and not see an issue with it. 10 years ago, wrestling was getting 10 million, 15 million, 20 million during the Attitude Era. Hell, right when the fucking PG era started, they had like 10 million concurrent viewers. Back in 2008, they probably had fucking around 15 million concurrent viewers. And if they can't fucking see that their product is dying, and it's dropping like flies, and I don't give a fuck what excuse they come up with. We're making more money than we ever did before. Fuck. Just imagine how much more money you would be making if you actually had 20 million concurrent viewers every single fucking week. Dumb fucks. And it's really not that hard to do. You just gotta put on a good fucking wrestling show. Oh, it's the culture. It's changed. It's changed. National TV has changed. It's all about media now. Bullshit. Bullshit. If you intrigue somebody's interest, they'll turn on the TV. That's it. Oh, any TV show is doing less better than it did 10 years ago. No. NFL, number one. They've never dropped in ratings. As a matter of fact, they've only gone up. And I get it. It's wrestling. It's not going to be as popular as NFL. But there is definitely a way to improve viewership. There's definitely a way to quadruple your profits. And if Vince McMahon was half the businessman, the brilliant mind he is, that everyone claims he is, I think he'd know that. When I see WWE wrestlers in live events, hell, it's even sometimes on national television, and I look into their eyes, and I look at their facial expressions, and I look at their body expressions, it doesn't take a fucking rocket science to realize how unhappy they are. It doesn't. You take one good look at Dolph Ziggler the next time he's on TV. Dolph Ziggler, one of the most talented fucking wrestlers there is ever, is just phoning it in each and every single night the past 3 months. Right after that match against Survivor Series, Dolph Ziggler has just been phoning it in. And he told us he was phoning it in. He makes jokes about it constantly on his Instagram and Twitter. Because he doesn't give a fuck. Because he's been fed so much shit. And he's at the age right now, and he has the bank account right now, just like he is with Randy Orton, to not give a singular fuck. So when you see wrestlers who, on TV, at live events, who just look like they don't give a singular fuck, and they're just fed up with their fucking jobs, how are we supposed to care? You look at Dolph Ziggler a year ago and you look at him now, you can fucking tell. It's night and day. He doesn't give a shit. Something happened along the way where he doesn't give a shit. And I guarantee I can name it. The Goldberg incident. The Goldberg accident. Unreal. 52-year-old fucking Goldberg beats him in 2 minutes. 70-year-old, 80-year-old Undertaker still whooping ass, still beating opponents. And we're supposed to believe the Undertaker can whoop some ass at the age he is now? I promise you, in a real fight, any one of us could kick Undertaker's ass. Because he's old. And that's no disrespect to Undertaker. But people always want to compare Marco Stunt to a child and an unbelievable child. What about a fucking 80-year-old man? We're supposed to pretend like we would never be able to kick a 70-year-old man's ass. Even if he's 6 feet tall. All you'd have to do is fucking shin his ankle. Or fucking shin kick him. He'd be down. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. This show, this company, this product sucks. Just fucking sucks. And you know the wrestlers feel the same way. You know it. I just used Dolph Ziggler as an example. What about Rusev? What about, like, literally look at the fucking guy's face when he's fucking entering the ring. When he's doing anything on national television, when he's at a live event, look at his fucking face. Look at his body expression. He is so unhappy to be there, it's unreal. What about the Revival? You look one good look at the Revival's face. They look so unhappy. The only people that look happy to be there, the only person that actually genuinely looks believable that they're happy to be there is Charlotte Flair. That's it. That is it. Maybe some of the other women who are still fresh on the main roster. But when you look at guys that are veterans to the WWE brand, like Dolph Ziggler, like The Miz, like fucking anyone else that's been around for longer than 10 years, you look at their facial expressions, and you know they don't give a fuck. They know what they're doing is fucking garbage. The Revival, one of the best fucking tag teams in the fucking world, man. You look at them and they look like they're ready to fucking hang themselves. Because they are doing what they love, but they're paying the ultimate price for it. You look at guys like Rusev, he looks like he's ready to pull out a gun and shoot himself in the middle of the ring. Each and every single time he steps foot in the ring. You look on these wrestlers and you almost want to call fucking suicide awareness on them. Because they look genuinely depressed. Genuinely, I wouldn't be surprised in the next fucking 15 years or 20 years that they continue down the road where wrestlers have fucking I'm not even gonna say it. It is so fucking terrible. And I feel so bad to anyone that works there. And just you wait. Just you fucking wait. In 10 and 15 years, the people who look happy to be there now are gonna look like they're ready to fucking die. As soon as they smarten up and realize they're not going anywhere. And it's nobody's fault but the fucking companies. And the company would like you to believe it's nobody's fault except ours because we don't watch, because we don't care enough. Yet there's 20,000 fucking rant videos made on your product each and every single day, put on each and every single website there is. We care about the product. You're just giving us no reason to fucking care. We care about wrestling. That's evident. You look at AEW's comment section under each and every single one of their videos, there's praise. There's praise after praise after praise. And then you look at WWE. And you look underneath their comment section, and it's just fucking little fucking kids saying it's, oh my god, so fucking good, so funny. And that's only 20 comments out of 1,000. All the other fucking 899 fucking comments are just, what the fuck did I just watch? What the fuck did I just see? Who the fuck's idea was this? That is a modern day WWE YouTube channel comment. What the fuck did I just watch? And that isn't a good fucking thing. That isn't a good what the fuck I just watched. That is, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? You ask anybody who watched the Stone Cold era, who watched the Attitude era, who watched these wrestlers who and you ask them what they think about the product today, and they're like, the only way to describe how fucking terrible WWE is to a fucking young adult like myself or any other grown adult who doesn't have some kind of mental illness is we think of it as Disney on fucking ice. Because it's childish, it's stupid, and it is just fucking pathetic. And I pray. And I pray to my God, and I know it's gonna happen. If WWE continues to go down the routes they are, if Vince McMahon continues to stay in charge of this product, that we will see WWE off national television. I promise you, if they keep going down the road they are, WWE will not survive much longer. I promise you that. And anyone who says, oh, fuck you, WWE is going to survive forever, no matter what, you're full of shit. Do you honestly think 10 years from now, if nothing changes, that they're going to be pulling 1 million viewers each and every single night? Do you think they're going to be pulling 500,000 viewers every single night? No. No. You think of what WWE is going to look like in 2025, and I promise you, if Vince McMahon doesn't step down or dies till then, it will die. The product will die. Vince McMahon is the issue. That is the only person to blame anymore. Vince McMahon. And he hears us. He hears us loud and clear. He knows. But you want to know what the problem is? He's at that age where he doesn't give a fuck. Because he knows if his television show got booted off the air tomorrow, he would be just fucking fine. We might not be, but he would be just fucking fine. He does not care. The only thing he cares about is making sure each and every single one of his quote-unquote employees is under his fucking thumb. And the moment there isn't, the moment they get blackballed and blacklisted. The moment a wrestler shows defiance towards the product, as soon as a wrestler escapes under Vince McMahon's huge wrinkled up fucking finger, they won't be seen on television again. Prime example, Neville, Pac, the bastard Pac. He was so unhappy with WWE during his Cruiserweight Championship reign. He was bitching every single night. He showed Vince McMahon that he's not under his finger. And guess what? I'd rather watch 3 hours of Pac reading a children's book than actually watching wrestling. From a wrestling product from WWE. And you watch AEW and you compare it to WWE, and it is night and day. Hell, you can look at TNA Impact Wrestling back from 2010 and compare it to wrestling now, and I would still say TNA back in 2010 is better than WWE in 2019. It's sad. Because right now wrestling is supposed to be getting better. It's supposed to grow. Wrestling is supposed to grow. Any TV show that's on television is supposed to grow, not decline. And each and every single week they scoop to a new low. I'm done talking about it. I can't talk anymore about this shit. I mean, it literally pisses me off to the point where I just want to hit my head up against the wall. Because I'm genuinely embarrassed to fucking watch the show, man. 5 weeks in a row, just invasion after invasion after invasion. It's just nobody gives a fuck anymore. The first week it was cool seeing NXT, Adam Cole on the main roster having matches. It was cool, but for fucking sakes, 5 weeks in a row, every single fucking televised WWE event, it's the same shit. Invasion after invasion after invasion. And then right after Survivor Series, there won't be any more invasion. There won't be a mention of Survivor Series, maybe a quick one. But there won't be anything that comes out of Survivor Series, and that's the whole point of why it will suck. Because it's just a one-and-done type of thing. There's going to be no storylines that come out of Survivor Series. There's going to be nothing. It is just a money-grabbing pay-per-view. That is it. Fuck WWE.